Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast, an alcoholic adventure in cryptids, paranormal, and the occult. Coming to you weekly from the heartland of America. Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast. I'm Jason, your favorite host and analyst. Joining me this week, I have
John, the theorist, who's using a title this week.
Cool. And
I'm Brian.
Cool. Joining us as our guest this week, we have
I'm Victor. I am here to bring down the average body weight.
I feel attacked.
Yeah, Victor weighs like 115 pounds.
No, okay, no, I don't. I'm 165.
He's a little waif of a thing.
All right, now that that's out, everybody waits. Let's go. John,
not fucking happening.
220.
Jason,
Not fucking happening.
Brian, 297.
Okay, Jason.
Jesus.
We're going to guess
know you were
yours
that
if you
heavy.
won't say it.
400.
Fuck
All right, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just go with 400. Jason weighs 400 pounds.
310. God damn it.
Okay.
All right. So our beer this
Nobody
week.
knows how tall you are, so
I guess that helps.
that's all right.
Yeah, you're 6'7".
Yeah, Jason's 6'7", 310.
All right.
Solid brick muscle.
Victor is 7'2", 165 pounds.
He is the Slender Man.
John is a solid 4'10" and about 6 feet wide.
We already gave my 4'10", 6 feet wide, 4'10", 220.
Looks like a low wall walking through a building.
What was it? Built like a brick shit house.
Yeah.
Hey, I am.
John looks. John is a fort moving through a building.
I'm a thick boy with 3 C's.
So our beer this week is Charlie from Books and Brews, right? Yeah. Brownsburg, Indiana.
It is a chocolate milk stout.
It didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't come through the mic at all.
Yeah, you hit the mic a little bit, and it gave us a nice little dong.
Yeah, that was nice.
Tukong. Tukong.
Pour your own
No.
beer, Victor.
I am the
Pour your
guest.
own beer.
Yeah.
Forcing Victor to... We should give it to him.
Sorry, the growler's a
lighter.
little too heavy for Victor.
There it is. Oh, wait, how much? Like a full glass?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever you
Yeah.
feel like.
The
No, I
first
just
one
want to
is-
make sure there's enough.
The first one's
there's
full for
plenty.
everybody.
For everyone to have, like, try to...
Yeah, there's enough for
I guess,
everybody to
yeah.
have like a beer and a half.
Gotcha.
Except for those two.
They have their own.
Leave it to Victor to make sure everybody gets their share.
And oh yeah, that's right. We should have mentioned last week that this is our first time recording in front of a live audience.
Or a peanut gallery, at least.
Yeah. I wish the mics could pick that up. But,
Yeah, we didn't get an extra mic
we-
and just set it over there.
Can the
Yeah.
audience give us a laugh track?
yeah, can you guys laugh at all of the hilarious things that we say when we do these episodes? Because, I mean, we are gold.
Wait, here, give me the growler. Can I have the growler? I'll top it off a little more.
Yeah, Victor needs more beer. Now that he's pouring for himself, he's anxious.
Now that the growler's a little lighter for me.
So, yeah, what we got here?
My palate has been contaminated with Thin Mint knockoffs.
Ooh, I bet that's pretty nice, though. A chocolate milk
Oh, wait,
stout
what-
with Thin
which one
Mints.
is
This is the chocolate milk stout.
There we go.
Oh, it won't penetrate the chocolate, Brian. Dipping it won't do anything.
Brian
Take a
is
bite,
now-
then dip it.
Dipping a Thin Mint in his beer.
Foam all
He
over his
only got the
fingers.
suds, yeah.
No, I got down in there. I really stuck the finger in.
Brian fingering his beer.
I dug it into that moisture.
That's a really nice neutral stout.
It's very
Yeah,
frothy.
it's not very strong at all.
Well, the funny thing about milk stouts is you can taste like the little bit of sourness that the milk gives it.
Yeah, I taste that sour
The
immediately.
lactate.
Yeah, yeah. There's just that little bit of lactation.
Wait, is that... Yeah, I think I said the wrong word.
I have no idea what
No,
it actually is
it's
that makes milk sour.
I know,
the
but-
lactose.
But my word, I meant lactose. I said lactate.
So what does lactose-free milk taste like?
Water.
Sugar.
I've never had it.
Oh, it probably would be really sweet, wouldn't it?
It is.
There's a lot of
actually- it
sugar
is.
in milk.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
That
Because
just,
he's
it
lactose.
sound-
Jason's lactose intolerant, so he
I'm
buys.
lactose intolerant and incredibly stupid, so I don't stop drinking or eating dairy. I just suffer.
That's the way to do
How
it.
do some people push out of like their lactose intolerance.
You can't. It's
I thought
genetic.
some people can.
No,
I
like,
thought that was a thing.
No.
Oh, it's
you're
genetic?
Like,
okay.
You're like 90...
So there's like a milk sensitivity, which is probably different.
No, it's not even.
No.
It's not that. It's that you don't possess or create
you
the
no longer,
enzymes required to break it down.
Yeah,
We're all born with an enzyme, that being able to produce
Mm-hmm.
an enzyme that helps us break it down for when you're breastfeeding. Some people never
Mm-hmm.
lose the ability to create that enzyme, and that's only about 5% of people. So about 95% of people are lactose intolerant to some level. It's very rare to not be lactose
What
intolerant.
I meant was that I think I was mixing it up with a milk sensitivity.
Like Brian is lactose intolerant. It's very apparent, but he loves milk. But every time he drinks it, he throws up cottage cheese.
No, that's only when I work. And
Yeah, your body is rejecting the lactose.
cottage cheese hand.
Yeah, we've already covered that in a past episode.
I know. It's just funny to remind John that he stuck his hand in it.
Disgusting.
And then he vomited on the ground.
Like the weakest form of PTSD from that. Like, I feel like when I say that, like, because it did traumatize me. Like, I'm so disgusted by people's vomit and spit and things. But like when I say that, like, it gave me a little bit of PTSD, I feel like one of those people that takes an emotional support animal on a plane. You know, it's like, come on.
It was like a single notch off your HP.
Yeah, it was a little.
It's not even a notch. It's just a
It's something I
status
won't forget. But mostly because Brian reminds me constantly that I once put my hand in his cottage cheese puke.
Disgusting.
That's why it's funny. Because you will always be uncomfortable with that.
Ugh.
You can probably start.
When you have your 4th of July party here, I'm going to come and drink milk and just...
It's 4th of July, let's drink some milk.
That'll be the firework.
Everybody get the milk.
I'm going to throw
Some milk and Kahlua.
It's a tradition.
It's an American standard. 4th of July, we drink milk.
I mean, technically, of anybody here, he'd probably be the one slamming White Russians.
No, I don't like White Russians.
Oh, do one of those 1 gallon milk jug challenges.
I've done that.
No. No.
Yeah, it'd be,
I've
be our
actually done
first
that.
ever podcast video.
I would win.
Everybody drink a bunch of milk.
I would win.
I know you'd win, but who would keep it down?
I would.
He would win, and everyone would lose.
No, if
It
we're
doesn't
going to...
sound like you would keep it down.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I only throw up when I'm doing, like, work. Like, if I drink a
Well,
bunch
you're
of
not
milk...
supposed to drink milk and then go do a bunch of shit.
Well, yeah, but that's why I threw up at John's.
That's, Jason's exactly right. Brian would win and everyone would lose. even Brian in the end would lose.
Everyone suffers that night.
No, just you guys. I'm having a good time.
So what are we talking about this week?
Oh, well,
Eugenics.
fuck off.
Jason.
He's very passionate.
I know, and I told him, like, I said, shaving your mustache that way is a horrible idea, Jason. And he's like, well, I think it looks pretty good. You know, he's like, he's not the only one who ever had a mustache like this. It used to be fashionable. Look at Charlie Chaplin. And I said, no, Jason, people are not going to understand that you're a Charlie Chaplin fan.
At least I can grow a mustache.
I got a mustache.
It is so fucking thin. You have it in the corners of your mouth.
It's blonde. That's the problem.
Do you trim part of it, or does that
No,
under
it's
your
just
nose
it
just
gets
doesn't
lighter
grow?
here. It's a lot lighter
Because it's
here.
not
like,
as long as the rest of it, though.
no, yeah, this grows
edges
faster.
are- yeah.
The outside grows faster, but yeah, it is there. It's just really blonde.
For those listening, I have a huge bushy beard. It's like 3 inches thick.
No, but you got a pretty solid mustache.
Oh, no, I definitely do.
Yeah, you do. It's
Now that we wear masks everywhere, I don't really like keep up with it. I just let it grow. I don't really care until it starts like poking the mask, and then it's
wearing a
annoying.
mask with a beard is awful because
Yeah,
it
it sounds like it.
ruins your beard, like the shaping of it.
It makes a crease in your beard,
Yeah.
and then it like slides up the beard till the bottom of the mask is in your
Yeah,
mouth.
and
Bring
then
the
like the
beard
top of the mask is
straightener
in your
everywhere.
eyes.
Bring a beard straightener.
I don't have a
everywhere.
beard
Just
straightener. I have a
like the
beard
steamer.
brush, and I use that. But then, like after wearing a mask, it's like just ruined. So I end up messing with it the rest of the day trying to fix it.
Just get one of those, like it's like the tube you just lift up over your mouth and just call it good enough.
I'm just gonna get some beard rings and strap it all in. Some nice silver beard rings with like Viking runes on them.
Yeah, you seem to very almost fetishize Viking culture.
I absolutely love it, and that's not because like there's a lot of people fetishize Viking culture in a bad way because like they're like, well, that's my white culture. You know what I mean? But I don't. That's not why I'm interested in it. I like it because I like the folklore. I
don't know if I've ever heard anyone say.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Like,
so
like be that passionate about Vikings being their white culture.
A lot of like those like crazy like white supremacist people, like the bad ones, you know, like the white national. I mean, they're all bad. But
Just
what I mean is like
ones.
those people that genuinely believe that stuff. A lot of them have converted to Odinism, and the funny thing is that they know so little about it that they call it Odinism, but they're just embracing it as a white culture, even though some of them may not have actually descended from that. But the religion was actually called a Satru. It's not Odinism.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I've always been interested in Vikings.
Thank you, LVT.
Yeah. So I like folk metal.
All right, Jason, I think you have a
Viking
topic.
metal.
Yeah, Jesse, you just killed that guy.
So, do you remember the comedian Sinbad playing a genie in the movie Shazam?
No.
Maybe you think that Disney's Wicked Queen, her spell started with "Mirror, mirror on the wall." If so, you may have false memories. But where do they come from? A possible explanation is called the Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect occurs when a large group of people believe an event when it did not.
Wait, wasn't that Shaq that played Shazam?
That's the thing. I don't know who it actually was because I've always seen it in my head as Shaq.
Yeah, didn't he play like a genie?
So what's the truth here, Jason? Was it Shaq or was it Sinbad? Because I've always seen Shaq.
Sinbad definitely didn't, I don't think.
There wasn't even a movie called Shazam.
No, it was Kazam, right? With Shaq?
Kazam.
Oh,
with Shaq.
that's what
Okay,
I'm
so
mixing
I
it up with.
remember it properly.
Kazam.
So there's people that think it was a movie called Shazam with Sinbad.
Yep.
That I have no memory of. I have memory of like the cover of the movie where like Shaq's wearing like a turban and he's got his arms crossed and it's called Kazam.
Right.
Kazam.
So, the Mandela Effect got its name from Fiona Broome, a self-identified paranormal consultant. She detailed how she remembered the former South American president Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s in prison, although Mandela lived until 2013. Broome could describe remembering news coverage of his death and even a speech from his widow about his death. Yet none of it happened. If Broome's thoughts occurred in isolation, that would be one factor. However, Broome found that other people thought the exact same as her. Even though the event never happened, she wasn't the only one that felt like it did. As a result, the Mandela Effect concept was born. So this idea that it almost goes back to our previous episode in Tulpas, because so many people believe this alternate history happened, that maybe there's more to it. Maybe there, alternate universes, people slipping between realities, and maybe you came from a reality where Nelson Mandela died in the 1980s. That's the whole concept behind the Mandela Effect, is that maybe we are slipping between realities, basically.
Or it's a government psyop.
Sounds like a bunch of fake news to me.
No, like that's for real. Like the Berenstein Bears.
The Berenstein.
But the Berenstein Bears?
Yeah, it's either A or E, right?
Okay, so
No.
That's the argument, is like it's AIN or EIN or something. Right?
AIN.
Isn't it Berenstein?
no, you're wrong. Okay, so I have a list. Let me just go through the list real
Yeah,
quick.
it's EIN, right?
It's second on the list. We'll get there.
Okay, let's go through the list.
Does Curious George have a tail?
No.
No.
Clearly remember the curious little monkey having a tail in the popular children's book, but he never had a tail.
He's a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but
They
there
don't
are
have
still
tails.
people that believe they strongly remember Curious George having a tail.
Because
That makes them
they
fucking
think he's a
retarded.
monkey. He's not a monkey. He's an ape.
Yeah, those people are fucking stupid.
Okay, so the next one is one that I argue with. The children's book series, was it A, the Berenstein Bears, or B, the Berenstain Bears?
Steen.
See,
Berenstein Bears.
I was raised with it being Steen.
Same. I was no like casual fan. I had all the books,
Me
all
too.
the toys,
Yeah.
audio cassettes, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Berenstain Bears.
Well,
It's with an A?
I think
It's with an A.
I think that's our child at the time that we were being read those books or reading them. We couldn't really read as little kids,
But
you
we
know.
still heard the name being
But
said.
our parents are much more familiar with the name ending in Steen than Stain. And so they would just like their brain would just run over it and just say Steen.
So their pronunciation
I think it
led
was
to
I think it
us
was poor
thinking,
pronunciation leading to
Yeah.
us believing that it was Steen.
I had
not
all the
Stain.
Bearbies. Wasn't that a thing where they called like Barbies Bearbies in there or something? I think that's...
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either.
Oh, Jesus, this is a Mandela Effect.
Victor, why did you have Bearbies?
No, I didn't
I
actually.
think you've created a
No.
new term for a very good-looking masculine gay man. He's a bearbie.
Ooh, yeah. He's got just enough fur on his chest.
Yeah, he's like a flawless bear. You know what I mean? He's a
Are you
bearbie.
saying
No,
he's
I
the
swear
Adonis
to God,
bear?
they had Barbies, but they were bears in Berenstain Bears, and they called them Bearbies.
What?
I swear to God.
Well, I mean, yeah, the
What, in the story
younger
or, like,
sister
it's an actual-
had like
they had like a show.
Gonna Google
Oh,
it.
okay. I was thinking, it's like, is this an actual product? Because that sounds hilarious.
No, it wasn't an actual product. It was part of the show.
You're talking about the little girl
Yes,
bear.
the little bear that played with it. I swear they were called Bearbies.
okay. So the next one,
Okay, hang on. I just Googled bearbie. First result, Urban Dictionary.
Oh God.
A high-maintenance gay man who identifies with the bear subculture and demonstrates feminine qualities and material wealth similar to those associated with the Barbie doll. So what I said, you created a new term. It's, well, actually, no, that is a term that exists. A like
Okay.
ultra,
Okay, but
ultra bear
look
is a
further
bearbie.
because I think put Berenstain stain bears after it.
Oh no, I'm just getting memes of like sexy
I
men.
swear.
maybe we should back off this topic.
This is not what I was.
Thick Barbie dream house.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Someone take his phone away before he starts touching himself. Okay, so while on the topic of childhood memories, in the town of Bedrock, what was the surname of Barney Rubble's neighbor?
Barney Rubbles or Fred's?
Well, yeah. What's Fred's last name?
Flintstone.
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 Yeah.
Flintstone.
Well, it's like Flintstone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's Fred
another one.
Flintstone.
Some people will remember as Flintstone, and others remember as Flintstone.
Well, yeah, that's just how you say it. That's regional dialects.
Yeah, it's people being lazy and not pronouncing that T.
Yeah, that's
Flintstone, Flintstone,
I
Flintstone.
mean, if you ask them to write out, like, how do you spell out Fred Flintstone? Like, even if you said Flynn, they'd still know the T's there.
See
Right.
that thing that she's playing with is like a. I'm still on it.
Oh, you're still on Bearbies. I see the doll. Yeah.
Okay, so
It is Flint though, right? With a T.
Yeah.
it's Flint
Okay.
with a T. Yeah. So picture in your mind the Monopoly Man. Real name, Rich Uncle Pennybags, by the way. Do you picture a guy in a top hat and a monocle?
Yes.
You know what? I think that this was started by Ace Ventura 2 when Nature Calls.
Really?
Yeah, they have a small man in a tux with a big mustache and a monocle, and Ace Ventura calls him the Monopoly Man. And so I think that movie made everyone think, yeah, monocle, Monopoly Man. You
I've
know?
never seen Ace Ventura 2.
This one,
What?
that's a very good movie that you need to
You
watch.
get to see Jim Carrey crawl sweaty and nude out of the butt of a rhino.
Starting with his finger, just
It is one of the crowd. I've seen that movie so many times that I don't like it anymore
I've never
because
seen
Alicia
it.
watches it constantly.
Oh, see,
But
I'm not at that point, but
it's
I love it. It's a
so
very good
funny
movie.
when he
That's one of those. That's one of
pokes
those
out.
ones where people argue the sequel is better than the original.
Oh, absolutely, it is.
Never seen it.
The original's not very good.
I think the original is good too, but I
It's
do
about
prefer the
saving
second
a
one.
dolphin.
Wait, is that the
Yeah.
one where he has
Well,
to
that
make
one's-
peace
The
with all the
stakes are
tribes?
higher. It's in the sequel.
Is that the one where he gets both spears in the leg? And he's just sitting there.
Yeah,
I've seen clips. I've never seen the
that's
whole thing.
a good movie. There's something on the wing. Twilight Zone reference in that
Yep.
movie. It's awesome.
So, Mr. Monopoly never had a monocle.
Did he not?
Ever.
No,
I think originally I imagined that, but I knew the answer to that because I knew that was one of the Mandela things, but I think I originally pictured him with a monocle.
I never played
let's keep
Monopoly.
going down your list. I want to see if you've got the one that we were just talking about earlier. Alicia and I were talking with Victor about the Mandela Effect, and we brought up one.
I didn't make a very long list.
It's okay.
One that, and I'll circle back to this because as per the Mandela Effect website, which is fucking missing, one of the more notable alternate memories is the canonization of Mother Teresa. A large segment believe that she had become a saint in the 1990s, when in fact she did not become a saint until 2016.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
I didn't know she.
I never really had a thought on that.
That may have come from people assuming that she would have been made one. And then, like, that demand for it, everyone thinking, well, everyone already thinks she is. We better canonize her.
I didn't know she was a saint to begin with. I thought she was just a well-known religious icon. She's the Mother Teresa. I didn't think she was a saint.
Yep. Canonized by Pope Francis in 2016.
Okay, well, question here. What qualified her to be canonized as a saint?
Don't they have to perform a miracle?
They have to have performed a miracle.
I have no clue. I don't know any of that.
I mean, I know she was like really charitable and things like that, but I don't know what miracle she would have performed to have been able to be canonized as a saint. But all bets are off with this Pope Francis guy.
Okay.
So sorry, I'm not a Catholic, but I follow the stuff. He's a bit different. He's a bit outside the box for a pope.
So what was your example that you had? Because I've reached the end of my list that
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah, ask.
Hello, Clarice.
He never says it.
Never says it. Not even in the movie at all.
Didn't even know.
Never says it.
I specifically did not take that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, Luke, I am your father.
Because those are commonly misquoted lines. It's not that it was ever any different.
Mm-hmm.
It was that he does say Luke at some point. He does say, I am your father.
No, but the Luke, I am your father, I 100% thought was in the movie.
Do you know why? Because the voice of Darth Vader, who somehow his name is escaping me.
The body actor or James Earl Jones?
No, the voice. James Earl Jones. Sorry. James Earl Jones, in an interview on a talk show, like a late night show, said the line, Luke, I am your father. Mm. And so I think that's what made everyone be like, yeah, that's the line.
Do you think he forgot, or he was just given like a quick...
I think he genuinely just forgot.
Mm. That was a twist that they were trying to keep very, very secret.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps he had recorded that line and they took it out and like had to redo it and he said it differently another time or something. And
the funny thing is that once you know that twist in Star Wars, it's incredibly obvious when you go back and watch it. You're like, oh, Darth Vader's his dad for sure,
And then the prequels just shit on it, and it's like,
yeah.
And then the sequels shit on it even more.
Anakin! He's just a nugget on like a lava rock.
Mm-hmm. No, he's still got.
He's a spicy chicken nugget.
What is it? He only lost his legs, didn't he?
No, I thought
he still got one arm.
The prequels were a giant Wendy's ad.
I think he did have one arm because I think I remember him reaching up to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's trying to crawl away towards Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan nugget.
You are my brother, Anakin. No, but so
it makes me think of Harry Potter. He was their friend.
So I will say this was incredibly difficult to research
because you kept forgetting and misremembering everything.
Wow, aren't you hilarious?
You misremembered your research, like how Brian misremembers his topic every week.
Fuck you. Why you shut up, asshat?
Hey, I have a free pizza available from Domino's.
Cool. Can you be here as a part of the podcast?
Throw that in. Throw that in with the
Jesse,
order.
he's already ordered.
Because in order to get it delivered, I'd have to order at least $12 worth of stuff.
So order 2.
I can't add my free pizza reward to someone else's pizza order.
John, shut the fuck up. Jason, continue.
Okay, so like one of those mentioned, there used to be an entire website dedicated to the Mandela Effect.
Or at least we believe so.
No, there 100% was.
Well, there 100% was
just
a
this
movie with Sinbad called Shazam.
No, just this past summer, I was looking through that website.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, I misremembered it from like 10 years ago. Like, I was looking through it this past summer.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jason and I actually had a lot of conversations about the Mandela Effect last summer at work, and we were Googling it and looking at websites.
Can't find it anymore.
Weird.
Like,
the
Google
site's
just
just
refuses to return it. If you put Mandela Effect into Wikipedia,
It just shuts down.
it redirects you to false memories.
Use a VPN and change your location to China. Then Google will give you what you want.
We tell you what to search. No, but it's like,
I mean, she may have just
of
taken
all the
website
conspiracy
down.
theories to try and silence in 2021, Mandela Effect? What is going on here? Why are people trying to shut it down?
The Biden,
What?
the laptop. Forget all the stories. That didn't happen.
Oh, if you're attempting to rewrite history, you wouldn't want people to think like, oh, maybe we misremember. Well, no, you would, because then they could use the Mandela Effect to say, oh, no, you were wrong. None of these things ever happened. So why would you want to get rid of the Mandela Effect and people able to research that if they want people to misremember?
I think the website that you're talking about allowed people to go on and actually insert their versions of what were Mandela effects. Like, I just realized this was something that I misremembered, and maybe somebody added something that became
It
an
could
issue.
be that in 2020, whoever hosted the site and paid to host it could not afford to keep it up anymore because they lost their job
it
in
may not be
2020.
anything-
No, there are definitely more logical
Yeah,
explanations.
I mean,
to
it's
this.
pretty likely that the site was just shut down because they couldn't afford to keep it up.
There may be no conspiracy here, but it seems like there is a concerted effort to quiet conspiracy theories in general.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Mhm.
And it's just been like too heavy-handed and just removed too many of them. I don't know.
Could be.
But it's like, why is this gone? I know I've read this stuff before. Like,
You can find anything on the internet if you know where to look. I mean,
Well, yeah, I
Google
can find
can't keep
people-
you down.
I could find other people talking about this website, but I could no longer find the website.
You
anymore.
could probably find the website if you'd searched on like DuckDuckGo or something. Did you
I
try
just
that?
really hate DuckDuckGo.
Ask
Yeah,
Jeeves.
but I mean,
Ask
if you're
Jeeves,
looking
yes.
for something that Google won't show you,
Yahoo
you'll get it on
that's the thing.
DuckDuckGo.
Bing.
DuckDuckGo is actually a
Oh, yeah, I
proxy
forgot
to
about
Google.
Bing.
Yeah.
It just anonymizes your Google traffic.
Well, like Google red shoes
What?
and then DuckDuckGo red shoes.
Well, if we're going there, how about Blue Waffle?
Oh no. Never Google Blue Waffle.
That's so old at this point. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
if you
is.
don't know what it is,
Or
it's just-
Lemon Party.
No, the best one was
Tub Girl.
the best one was for years. If you Googled dingus, there was an image in the results of a man having sex with a cow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
what the fuck?
Oh, look.
It
We
was
have a
Jesse
blue-
successfully
a
Googled
blue-
Blue Waffle.
See, look, Jesse's got blue waffle.
He Googled blueberry waffle.
nice.
That's not a blue. That's just a blue waffle. Blueberry is a white waffle with blue chunks in it.
Sorry, a little audience interaction.
Yes.
Yeah, Jesse Jesse's not a
Jesse the Marine.
Kevin the Marine.
Jason,
Jesse
We had
You're summoning Kevin to kick your ass because you said it.
we had Plan B Jesse come and hang out just in case Brian didn't bring a topic.
Who's to say I didn't? Does Jesse have a topic?
He's full of them.
So, because I couldn't find the full Mandela effect and their explanations of what these alternate realities might be, I just kind of followed the false memory trail that big tech wants me to follow. So,
Don't say
another-
big tech. That's a dog whistle.
Technological overlords.
Kidding.
Another way to describe the Mandela effect is collective false memories. A large group of people collectively always say a particular saying or memory in a certain way when, in reality, the truth is different from the memory. Conspiracy theorists believe Mandela effect. Bleh. I tripped all over that.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like a tulpa that never took off.
That's what I was about to say.
This is a failed
This could be
tulpa that didn't
similar
actually...
to the manifestation of a tulpa.
Yeah,
in
like I was
some
talking about
ways.
how you could rewrite history
Yes.
with a tulpa possibly, and maybe the Mandela effect is...
Some version of that.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists believe the Mandela effect is an example of alternate universes present in society. However, doctors have a much different explanation of memory and how some memories, although vivid, can be false. Some doctors believe that the Mandela effect is a form of confabulation. A common analogy for confabulation is honest lying. A person creates a false memory without intending to lie or deceive others. Instead, they are attempting to fill in gaps in their own memory. Many examples of the Mandela effect are close to the original or true memory. Some researchers believe that people, even a large group of people, use confabulation to remember when what they feel is the most likely sequence of events. So the Wikipedia approved answer here is that we just simply forgot and we're filling it in with what is the most likely information at the time.
So
you're kind of
here's an example. I have a sister that's a nurse, and at the hospital that she works at, a doctor was arrested for sexually assaulting patients, and she somehow fabricated this memory and asked me. She says, because we had the same family doctor for years and years, and she was like, "Didn't he molest you?" And I said, "No, absolutely not." And she said, "I feel like I remember something like that. Like something happened." I was like, "No, not at all." It's like she saw this thing happen. She's like, "I want to be a part of something like that too," and fabricated memories of like me getting molested by our family doctor.
But
And that
probably
never
unintentionally,
happened.
right? Like you don't think she was trying to convince you?
It made me
Right?
mad
Or-
because like he's a really good guy. Like, no, that would never in any universe have happened. But she just
Wait, is this the doctor you were telling me about like a couple of months ago, who you said was just like your good family doctor that you always
like
went
I've had
to?
the same doctor since I was an infant. I've always had the same doctor. Like I know the guy. He's a good guy, and like no, I was never molested by my doctor. Although he did once have to put his finger in my butt, but that was as an adult.
He said, "Bend over and moan for me."
Okay.
So to follow this false memory further, I have an experiment.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do something with this false memory stuff. So I'm going to start with Brian.
Oi.
Now, before you start, you've just told us this is an experiment in false memory.
I know, I probably...
So is it possible for you to implant a false memory if we know that you're trying to?
We'll see. Okay, so here's how it works. I'm going to read you a list of words. You need to commit them to memory.
Okay.
And then you need to repeat them back to me in any order.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I don't like these. I can never remember words.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, Brian's words. Steal.
God.
Robber. Jail. Villain. Bandit. Criminal. Rob. Cop. Money. Bad. Burglar. Crook. Crime. Gun. Bank.
How
Okay.
many?
That is such a long
Yeah,
list.
how many were there?
How is anyone going to remember that?
As many as he can. All right.
Am I supposed to like say it back?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I don't know.
You don't remember a single one of those
Like
words?
the
Crime.
cop, steal, jail, robber, villain, bad, gun,
Rob.
yeah, I can't remember anything beyond that.
Okay.
I was trying to commit them to memory in order, but then it was like after we hit like 10, I'm like,
Steal.
fuck this.
See, when you first said steal, though, I was thinking STEE. And then I was like, that one doesn't fit.
And then
Yeah.
when he said,
Well, even if it
Robber,
was spelled
jail.
differently, they're still pronounced exactly the same. So it doesn't matter.
No, I know. I'm just
It's context.
Yeah.
Like they all went together.
because there's a
But if
category.
it was like metal steel, it
Yes.
didn't make a lot of
Okay.
sense.
So what was the point of that?
Well, if I explain it, then it's going to ruin it for the next two guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're doing it for all of us.
Yeah, let's see if we can at least get it to work at least once.
Okay.
Jesse, Volkswagen, Subaru, Ford, Chevy.
Stop talking to Jesse. He's not here.
No, I'm talking to the dog.
Do you want me to just
Don't
try
have
to
a
maybe
dog.
see if this works with maybe half the words, or do you want me
That's
to
a
do it?
lot of words.
That's a
like
ton of
I
fucking
thought
words.
you were going to name like 5 or 6 words,
But
and
if
you
the
went on
whole-
for like 20 words.
If you have to go through the list for this to potentially work, then you need to do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Is this one of...
There's just
Never
no
mind,
way
never mind.
somebody's
I'll-
going to remember all of these.
When you're done, I'll
Did
go.
you remember another word?
No, I didn't remember another. I think I get the concept
Okay.
of what it is.
John's words: sister, daughter, pretty, dance, boy, female, niece, young, date, aunt, cute, dolls, hair, beautiful, dress.
Pretty young, cute sister dance, date boys, dress. That's I ran out of them now
Yeah.
because I was putting them around in my head in a fun way. Female, daughter,
Niece.
I don't think female was on there.
niece. Female was in there.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
yeah. That's about it. It's all about all I remember.
Okay. Victor, are you ready?
Victor. Taco. Burrito.
I should have.
Victor was racist to himself, but immediately Brian thought
Said the
racist
same
thoughts.
exact thing.
We were literally on mark with each other saying that.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Chalupa.
Palace, crown, dictator, throne, chess, George, queen, rule, leader, subjects, monarch, royal, reign, prince, England.
Reign, Prince, England, dictator, palace, crown, royal, chess, throne. Well, I don't know if Brian threw that in there, but that's about all I got right now. Oh shit, my bad.
Boom.
Okay, so the concept with the word list experiment, which maybe the fact that I did this verbally fucked it all up.
If they were written down, I'd have remembered them a lot easier.
The point is not for you to remember the words,
Okay.
but for a word to enter your memory based on those words.
Okay.
Is it association
Yes.
to other words?
That's what I was
Okay,
thinking
so
too.
what-
Was female one of his?
Female was one of his words.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The word I was trying to get him to say was girl.
I never said
He didn't,
girl.
he didn't say
Because
it.
you did say boy.
So,
And I
you're
think-
going to try to guess an associated word, though. But I don't know if that's a false memory, if it's just
Because you-
guessing based on
Just
context
an
Well,
because you
the
don't
idea is you're
remember.
supposed to, like,
Fill
the whole
in.
idea
But
of false
that
memories
could
is you're
be-
supposed to.
You're filling
Yeah.
in where memory lapses.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Did I get any wrong?
I was just listening for you to say the hidden word.
What was his hidden word?
King.
King,
Mm,
Did you say it?
no.
What was Brian's hidden word?
thief,
Oh.
and he didn't say it. So I probably fucked it up. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it really
Well,
shouldn't
you
have
did
been.
tell us. We were probably hyper focused.
I saw
you
it
said
as a
that it was
memory
gonna be a
game, and
fit.
so I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right, these words.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think it was pretty much like after I thought about it, it's like, oh wait, these were all associated in certain ways that one word would combine all this, and then when that's why I was like, oh, I think I get it, but it's like I want to hear
with mine, you had daughter, niece, sister, boy.
Mhm.
So it
Aunt.
would make me think, well, you've said all of these other female things. Why would girl not be in there?
Right.
You know, so I would have.
So the idea was, I was really thinking, I thought it would work at least once.
We're not
but it
idiots
didn't.
here.
I almost, but I almost think throwing in boy just so randomly makes you not say girl, because that is so
It does,
out of
it's
place
kind of,
that you just say
I mean, I
you
brought- I
remember
took-
boy.
I took this
That's why I
from-
said pretty sister dance cute boy.
Pretty Sister Dance Cute Boy.
I didn't write down the name of the. Oh yeah, here we go. It was
It's snowing.
McDermott and Rodiger.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What was that word?
Rodiger.
Rodiger.
Rodiger?
Rodiger.
Rodiger. Maybe who knows?
It's probably Rodiger.
This was
Yeah.
an
Rodiger
actual
sounds right.
like experiment. I took the list from their experiment.
Now, I get a question about that name, the first name. I've seen that name before. Dermot. Is
Two
that,
T's.
What?
Derma?
2 T's.
2 T's. Is that pronounced? Okay, well, as a first name, when there's 1 T, is that pronounced Dermot or Dermo?
Dermot.
Like
I don't know. I only read
there's
it. I
a
haven't
singer
spoken it
No,
before.
whose name is like Dermot
It depends
Kennedy.
on.
Is it Dermo Kennedy or Dermot Kennedy?
With 2 T's or 1?
It's 1 T.
Oh.
It's got to be regional again.
Yeah,
Because it could be
I-
Dermo or Derma.
that's I don't know where he's from. He's not American.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it's
So-
probably Dermo.
American.
Then it's probably Dermo.
Dermo.
That's I assume it's Dermo.
Or Dermo.
Dermo Kennedy. I don't know though.
Dermatology.
So yeah, my attempt to insert a false. I mean, again, the experiment was supposed to be written, but I thought a bunch of people scratching on paper in the middle of a podcast wouldn't work.
He's
Oh,
Irish.
you mean like you verbalize these words and we write them down? Or
You're
we see them
supposed to
written?
read them off a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I thought, well,
Wait, so as you're reading, you're just supposed to like throw one in that like encompasses everything?
I feel like you saying them would.
It makes it harder and makes you
Yeah.
more likely to. Because
Yeah,
if
that's
it was
what
on
I'm
a piece
saying.
of paper and I was able to just read them, I would have probably recited every word right back to you
right.
in order. But you saying them, I'm like, I'm barely listening to you, and like,
Because you're trying
As
to
usual.
remember
Because
the
I-
first few, and then he's still going, and you're like, oh shit.
well, no, it's like anytime I'm listening
because
to
it was
anyone,
supposed
I'm
to be
only half
difficult.
listening.
Well, it's also supposed to be
Alright.
difficult to remember them.
Yeah,
Trying
no,
to
yeah.
incite that, like inserting of a false memory.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I feel like that definitely could happen to. I don't want to say like certain people, but I could see that happening where you just try to fill it in.
That'd be like
Yeah.
just naming off drug types and not saying the word drug, and then seeing if they say drugs.
It seems almost like it would come from being eager to please. None of us cared if we remembered every word. We were just going to say the ones we did remember. Where if you were like, I have to remember all of these, and I gotta get this right, you may have put in
or maybe
words
if there had
worried that you
been-
didn't know the right number of them.
or if there had been more time between me giving you the list and you giving it back.
And that's an actual issue too with experiments, is where the sample population wants to please the experimenter so much that they try to guess what the experiment's supposed to be and what they are supposed to do, whereas it's supposed to just be random, like you do what you naturally would do.
Right.
So that's
Yeah,
that's a big
absolutely.
thing.
And that's the thing, when we know it was an experiment, it's like, well, not getting anything fake in my head. You know?
Yeah,
well, I mean, yeah.
we were
But
hyper
could I have
focused. I
gotten you
think.
to remember a list and try to say it back to me without saying why I was trying to make you remember a list
Yeah.
and say it back to me? I couldn't have just looked at you like, John.
Well, we know it's related to your topic.
Right,
We just
yeah.
didn't know what it would have been,
Mhm.
or wouldn't have known what it would have been.
The funny thing is if you, I feel like it would be impossible if you gave people words that were not in their native language, but they could pronounce. So if you did that, they're not going to be able to substitute another word.
Right. Because they would not have
Just
recognized the
fun.
pattern. The whole
Yeah.
point is the pattern, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bleed.
It's all about filling in patterns, like how you can read words even if everything is scrambled other than the first and last letter.
Yeah. Your brain will automatically
You
do
fill
that.
it in through context clues.
Yeah, that's like what I was going to do to you when I was planning on doing a scripted intro to an episode, just to make fun of you a little bit, is I was going to...
Speaking of scripted, we still need to do an ad.
Well, I was going to do your lines, and I was going to misspell every single word, and you wouldn't have noticed because you can't spell. And that would have been the joke, because you would have been like, well, I don't get it. And I'd been like, look at it again, Jason.
Well, that's kind of like the
And then you still wouldn't have gotten it.
that's like the scrambled words. As long as it's if you ever read something that's translated from a different language into English, like their sentence structure is all fucked up. That's why we have translators that correct it to ours. But if you ever read something,
We do now, but when I was in high school, when I was trying to cheat on my French paper, French homework, it didn't correct the grammar. It just switched the words.
yeah, and
It was
but your
very
brain,
obvious I cheated.
your brain will automatically, in some occasions, rearrange and add words to make a sentence legible to you.
Yeah. Well, like, you always have to double translate everything if you want to make something that's in a language you don't speak. Like when Jesse and I were trying to start a secret society cult, and we were trying to come up with a slogan in Latin, and I kept having to put something in English that sounded cryptic, translate it to Latin, but then translate it back to English to make sure that it translated back to the same thing, so that if anyone ever looked it up, they would get the creepy message. but it didn't work if you said a certain thing and it sounded really cool in Latin, but then somebody heard it and translated the Latin and it came out to like, I am a potato, then it just doesn't work anymore.
That's very creepy.
So you had to make sure something
very sinister.
I am a potato.
Well, because adjectives in French come after the noun. You would say, we would say the black cat, but when you directly translate, how they would say it would be the cat of black.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's like Spanish.
It's almost every Latin-based language except for English.
You pronounced adjective very well. I always just say adjective. You're like adjective. Adjective.
He puts emphasis on a lot of words. Sometimes that don't even need it.
Yeah. What was that word that we had an episode where we could not get off it that he said peanut butter.
Yeah.
We were like,
Not
it's peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
He put the space in there.
Is peanut butter, is it a compound word or is it 2 words?
No, it's 2 words.
Peanut butter?
Yes.
Yes, it's butter of peanut.
I honestly thought peanut butter
When you
was 1 word.
hyphenate it?
Butter de peanut.
Butter de peanut.
Oh, we have a special guest here.
Child interruption. John, do not pick her up.
Why don't you talk
John, shut
Why don't you talk to the internet here?
What?
What do you want to say? Go ahead. Say whatever you want into the microphone.
Why
Why are you doing that?
We're recording a podcast.
Somebody's gonna... Never mind.
Why
Never
does
mind.
it have grass?
Glass? That looks like glass.
Okay. Bye-bye.
This is going to be the one with the most hits because you got a cute kid.
We had a child interference there.
Yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of
child.
Who's the cutie? Bring her back. Oh God.
So you mean Kevin?
That was my wife.
God.
No, it's my daughter.
Well, you already put it out there. So.
Yeah, we've actually finally moved recording locations. This is the first time that we have
I missed the small room.
moved out of the cave. We're recording in Jason's home office, which was quite small. Now we're just recording in the middle of my house. Right
Why don't
in
we
the
just
middle.
record them there?
I feel like we did get off topic a little bit.
If we record up on the loft, there will be a lot of echo.
Do you have another funtivity for us?
We record
I'm
right
not
here because the ceiling is high,
wordless,
which
no.
kills echo.
All right. Well, John drew us off the cliff.
Where are we at?
Well, and we can edit this out. Let's get back to the Mandela Effect.
Okay. So I wanted to because you know me and the simulation theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Atheist religion.
But think about it. So say you're playing Grand Theft Auto Online, right?
Okay.
You disconnect from the server, you connect to a different one.
Mm-hmm.
The world of Los Santos is still the same for the most part, but little details are different.
Like the positioning of other people?
Like who owns what nightclub or who lives in what apartment. What if, this whole
Why am I hearing music through our headsets?
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. That was weird.
What was that? There
I
was
honestly
music
don't know.
being fed right into the headsets. I have no idea what that was.
Oh, I think the TV upstairs is on.
I don't even hear it with the...
No,
I don't hear it with them all.
Superhero Girls. I swear that's what that
it
theme
was
song
the theme
was.
song of Superhero
Yes.
Girls. Okay.
Whatever.
Simulation theory.
So what if this small change is just people switching servers, right?
Glitch in the Matrix.
No, I mean just if you look at World of Warcraft,
Are you
there are
saying...
different realms, right? Different servers of players. So it's just you switch between 2 different servers for the simulation.
Are you saying Nelson Mandela timed out of his server and got switched to a new one?
That's all that happens when you die.
No,
It's
he didn't
connection failure.
He didn't die. His connection got a little bad for a
Yeah.
second, so they switched him into
He
a
was
different
just
server.
loading. He was loading from 1980 to whenever 20.
His ping was too low and he was lagging.
Like, oh shit, he's back. Like, what the hell?
Oh, he was glitching all over the place there for a minute. We didn't know where he was.
God, could you imagine glitching in real life?
Yes.
Like you go and reach for your car door and you're like a foot away all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, because that happens.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Or you're halfway inside of it. You're like, oh Jesus.
Your arm is through the window. Ah, okay.
Well, in Wreck-It Ralph, what's her name?
Vanellope.
Vanellope she glitches, you know, she'll skip ahead.
Yeah, but that's
you
a
know?
fucking
I think of
video
Rick
game.
and Morty
Well,
when
in their
they're
world,
in the
that's real
simulation.
life.
I think of Rick and Morty when they're in the simulation.
I can't remember that episode.
I don't
The
watch
guy
Rick
who's
and
like,
Morty.
yes. Yes. It's like, my
I don't
man.
know, but I like seeing you do that with that mustache.
No, I mean, I've had the ones where it's the real life glitch where you're just doing something, all of a sudden you go to reach for something, and you miss like 3 times, like what the fuck, and you finally like extend out, and it's like, why did that take me so long?
I don't think that's happened to me.
I think that's just a mental deficiency for you.
Wait, what did you say?
He
Where you
reaches
reach
for something and misses 3 times.
I have done that. I have also done
Like,
that.
you
If
know,
you're like kind of like half in, half out, like
Yeah, when
but,
I'm
but
drunk.
if you're like trying to, that doesn't count.
I miss things a lot,
That
and I'll go,
doesn't
oops,
count.
I missed.
What
Brian's
being
talking about being
inebriated
dead sober.
is a high ping.
Well, only Brian is inebriated. Like that's a state of intoxication that only Brian reaches. It's like
No.
he's the only person I know that uses that word.
inebriated.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, I've had it where I'll reach for a car door and just
And then the car moves.
Like jam your fingers because you
I'll fucking slam my hand and be like,
I've done that where you
I
have
guess
like
that's
you have a
happened a couple
lapse
of
in your
times,
depth
yeah.
perception that causes
But that's
you to,
because you're not focused.
yeah.
Like you're not glitching. You're just not focused.
I was trying to think of some other Mandela Effect stuff.
Barbara Streisand.
Well, something I was thinking,
Barbra
because you were
Streisand.
talking about atheist, this is a huge tangent, so I apologize, but you were talking about atheist simulation, but isn't simulation in some sense or form
It's
kind of a form of
creationism with an atheist
theism?
flavor. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I call it atheist religion. Because simulation theory is just a technological perspective on creationism.
Yeah.
Because people who believe simulation theory
theistic
believe in
belief.
creationism.
Yes.
So it's essentially the same thing. It's a theistic belief that there's a higher power that created the simulation.
I just like big computers.
It's Mark Zuckerberg up there.
No. I hope not.
The way 2020 went. I don't,
Give me Daddy
that
Musk.
humanoid. Oh, yeah, for sure.
If some
I would
tech
love
guy is
that,
going to be
yeah.
in charge of the simulation, let it be Elon Musk. At least he's intelligent.
Yeah. The Winklevi.
What?
The
Winklevoss
Winklevoss twins.
I
Facebook.
blank in it.
The Facebook twins. The twins who created Facebook, but it got taken over by Mark Zuckerberg.
See, I never saw The Social Network.
You don't have to. They're real people.
Well, because I don't care. I don't care
Okay.
about the founding of Facebook. The only way that
that's
I would have
fine.
learned about it is through watching The Social Network, but I
Okay.
didn't care, so I didn't
No,
watch
yeah,
it.
I mean, that's
also, I
fair.
can't stand Jesse Eisenberg.
What?
Yeah, he's fucking annoying.
No.
He's awful.
I love Jesse
The
Eisenberg.
only thing I liked him in was The Art of Self-Defense.
I haven't seen that, but
And
I do like Jesse Eisenberg.
let's go here. I like a lot of Jesse Eisenberg movies, but I don't like him because I don't like his voice. I don't like his face. I don't like his Adam's apple. But
That sounds very personal.
it is personal. But
No, I like Jesse Eisenberg.
but
He's
like
good. If
he
you're
was good
listening.
in 3 movies. He was good in The Art of Self-Defense. He was good in The Squid and the Whale.
He
And
was good in The
good-
Social Network, which you haven't
No,
seen.
no,
You haven't seen
no. He was good in The Living Wake.
in The Social
Same.
Network.
No,
In the
Scott,
social
no.
network, he was good at making you hate Mark Zuckerberg.
Exactly, which was the whole point. That's the
yeah,
that's the path he took, was to be just
But
a
that's the
cocky
movie.
asshole.
It's not him. That
What do you
movie was
mean?
written
No.
for him. He didn't write the movie.
Well, no shit, but
He's
he
awful.
acted
He's
the
awful.
part.
He's
he
awful.
acted the part.
I am largely indifferent to him, but I really hate him
Hate
as
his
Lex
voice.
Luthor.
Well, no, I agree with that.
That
Yes,
was like
I
the
do.
dumbest casting
I
ever.
agree
I just
with
hate
that.
his voice.
No,
So he's Lex Luthor.
Oh,
Isn't Lex Luthor supposed to be like some like peak human?
Yes, they made him like some autistic kid,
Vivarium.
essentially.
Vivarium was very good.
Never seen it.
It came out last year with Jesse
my bad. We
Eisenberg.
are way off topic,
And,
but
Vivarium's cool. They move into this like neighborhood in the suburbs where like every house looks exactly the same. and they go to look at it, but then they cannot escape the neighborhood. No matter how much they drive, they end up back at number 9, the same house.
Kind of a Stepford Wives kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
sounds
weird.
like,
It's a pretty good movie.
What's it called? The Truman Show to me, where he's kind of just
It's a bit like that, but it's really strange because then they're like delivered this baby that they have to raise, and it grows at an extremely accelerated rate, and like it's extremely angry and mean, and like it can like swell its throat like a toad.
What? What?
Just watch the movie. It's really weird.
My son is angry. How do you know?
Dude, you actually look like a toad.
Brian does look like a toad.
What the fuck?
I've always,
when you're
I've always
doing
said that Brian looks like a gorilla, but he does look like a toad.
I think it's the eyes looking in two opposite directions that does it.
Yeah, it's those beady eyes.
I do not have beady eyes. You son. I have dead eyes.
And your head and your neck are the same width.
So? Means I work out.
No, it means you have a thick neck.
Yeah, it's hard to break my neck because it's so thick.
It would be hard
Are
to
there people
strangle
trying
you.
to break your neck?
No, it would be hard to strangle you because I don't know if my hands could get. It's
You don't
like
have to get
halfway
around the neck.
Well, it's because
Just
you're so
piano
small
wire.
and delicate.
Yeah, I don't know why people are always like, oh, you gotta
Because you're
get.
so small and delicate.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna say that's one thing I don't get
7'2",
about.
165.
It's like, yeah, it's good to choke people out like that, but I mean, if you get one good hand right on the front, just squeeze down. It's like you can just crush that windpipe.
I could hear the squeeze in the audio.
It's like you don't have to like wrap around and cut the circulation. If you really want to hurt him, just grab him by the like.
Brian gives
the front
legitimate
third.
examples. Oh my god.
Yeah, the front. You can crush that windpipe real easy.
Oh man, I tried to put a little pressure on my throat, and I put way too much pressure on it.
Yeah, your windpipe is right there. It's not. You don't have to wrap around the entire neck to do that.
No,
if you get one good hand and
It
just
was meant
squeeze
to
on
be a
it.
joke, Brian.
I almost peed my pants.
I'm not
That
actually talking
hurt
about trying
so
to strangle
much.
you.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying it's like when people think about it, it's like you don't have to strangle. All you need is like a good like flat palm hit right against
Yeah.
it, and they're down.
Jesse, fill in while he's away.
John does have to piss his pants after
Just
choking.
do it. But let's talk about what the
John
actual
discovered something about
topic
himself while
was.
he was squeezing his windpipe.
I don't even know if we can at this point.
Yeah, I don't
We kinda
either.
lost it.
The Mandela.
What time are
What's
we
the
at?
difference between the Mandela Effect and the Streisand Effect? Are those just two opposite
What?
The
things?
Streisand effect has nothing to do with the Mandela
I
effect.
know. For some reason, I think like they're similar, but isn't Streisand is
No.
making people go look for something, and this is people thinking
Yes.
something.
So the Streisand effect is the more you try to make something disappear from the internet,
Or just in general.
in general, the more people want to find that thing.
Okay, so it's
It's not even like related
okay.
in any way.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought like the.
Oh no.
Did you get that boner out of your pants from choking yourself?
What?
Nothing.
All right, so we
John choked himself on accident. He had to take care of some business
He had
in
to
the
go choke
bathroom.
jerk.
It's a bit of an issue.
He had to go finish his business in the bathroom.
So do we just want to end this one? We've kind of like
What time
lost the topic.
Yeah, what time are we at?
I mean, we could round back around. We really blew the topic.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, let's circle back. Circle back.
What else
I mean,
is
do
there
you
to
have?
add?
Wait, do you not have any more notes?
No, I don't.
Oh,
That
so
sounds very
This is okay. So I said that this is the
Very
most
sacky.
unprepared we've all ever been for a series of episodes.
I'm a guest, so I'm
I
baseline.
was totally unprepared for the extreme level of unpreparedness that you had.
It's all
yeah,
the
you had
resources
like
that
5
disappeared.
minutes of material.
Yeah.
We're at 50. We're almost at an hour at this point.
Yeah, but how
damn.
much of it is just
No,
us
here's the
talking
biggest
about
question.
shit?
How much time did you dedicate to trying to find and research a topic?
about 20.
I mean, I had to
25.
get the laptop ready to record too, and then
think
I
mine was-
researched.
Just give me a rough estimate. How much time?
I don't know, 4-6 hours.
Okay, 4 to 6 hours.
of dedicated.
Victor asked me this morning as we were doing our research. He said, "How much time do you usually dedicate to researching this?" I said,
20
10
to
minutes.
30.
But the problem is, so many things are
Had 4 to 6 hours.
things have like disappeared, man.
I did. Yeah, no, you had to search a lot because I just
Yeah.
tried to Google it and it didn't come up either.
Yeah.
I was probably like an hour and a half or something for mine.
So,
Well,
like,
you could argue that you were almost 5 hours because you researched
yeah, no,
on
I
your
did.
drive down
yeah,
here.
on my drive down here, I listened to podcasts on my topic just to kind of sink it in a little bit.
mean, I'm fighting getting like political on like the censorship of this topic, right?
Well,
Because
how would that even be political? Like, that's just weird that would be censored.
I think it's kind of like when if they allow one conspiracy, they have to allow all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where
I don't think they have any issue with hypocrisy. So why would they follow that rule?
But no. So it feels censored to me. But you're right. It could have just been someone didn't pay their web hosting bill.
That could
I'm
be
gonna say
2020.
100% what it was.
Is the Mandela Effect a conspiracy, or is it just a group of misremembered facts?
Well, no, there
explanation
are
for what-
conspiracy theories surrounding the Mandela Effect.
Okay.
That, like, maybe it's parallel universe, but also the idea that it's a government psyop and that these things were this way, but for some reason now they're trying to convince us that it was always a different way. That we are remembering it correctly, but they're telling us that we're not.
Why would
going against
anyone
the
take
programming.
away Moneybags' monocle or make it
Just
AIN
to show,
instead of
just
EIN?
to show that they can change people's
Or
memories.
it was a side effect of a larger change they made.
Like some Men in Black shit. Like they just flash that thing and you remember it as Nelson Mandela died in 1980 in a jail.
Even though he was walking around in 2000.
He's like, what the hell? I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know who I am? No.
Morgan Freeman?
No, so can't kill.
Well, because everyone knows in Men in Black 1, Will Smith was not in the movie. It was Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
That would be a much different movie. Nobody shoots the cockroaches. They're just like, oh man, what am I doing with my life? Conquering
it'd be
planets.
a different movie because the movie would be narrated. Because it would be him telling the story of,
We have aliens.
I joined the Men in Black.
I joined
it would
the
be
Men in
narrated the whole time.
I was just a
It's
boy.
like, that's a rule for
When
Morgan
the
Freeman
aliens-
movies, is that like he narrates his own storyline.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess-
it was the first Men in Black was Morgan Freeman and Christopher Walken.
That's right. Yeah,
That- I would
exactly.
watch
that would be
I
awesome.
would watch that too. Didn't Christopher Walken murder somebody?
Wait, what?
Maybe.
This may be a Mandela Effect thing, or I'm wrong.
he was allegedly a part of some kind of like
Where they like threw a girl off a yacht and like drowned her.
yeah, he was part of some like mob or something,
Yeah,
right?
we were talking about this like just recently. That like it was while he was famous too. Like he
I didn't
may
know
or
that. I
may
thought
not
it was like a historic
have
thing, but
killed someone and then gotten away with it.
Well, I mean,
But I didn't bother to Google it. I
Famous
was just
people
like,
kill
I
other
saw his
people
face and I
all
was
the
like,
time.
didn't Christopher Walken kill somebody?
well, I'm gonna throw you
off the
off the boat.
I'm gonna throw you off the boat now.
That was so
Can you
good.
swim?
You got that little like squeaky crack in there. Like,
My voice is pretty natural that way.
I'm gonna break your knees with a
yeah.
crowbar and throw
You
you
know-
off the boat.
The government probably could use the Mandela effect.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Right.
misremembering.
9/11
Epstein.
did not have. Epstein did
Was
kill
it
himself.
no, was it Epstein or Epstein?
Henry Epstein.
Epstein.
All right.
Joffrey Epstein.
Joffrey. He was Joffrey Epstein.
He killed the king.
Okay. I think we've gotten all we can from this one.
This is a clusterfuck.
Hey, I was owed one. I've had to listen to yours so many times editing them.
3 times. You had to do it 3
Three
times.
times out of how many?
4.
It's not just that.
That's the saddest thing, is that Brian's only done 3 episodes out of how many?
Well, this is number 18, so.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
He's been on more than 3, but he's only hosted 3.
Yeah.
Is it the sign off time?
Yeah.
Is it the
anyway?
Yeah.
Everybody's
On that
final
note-
thoughts on bullshit, McGee, and the clusterfuck twins?
The only one that gets me is the Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, I remember
all the
Is it
other ones.
Baren?
It's,
Or is it Berenstein?
it's Baren.
Is it Baron?
Beren.
Stain, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was E.
Yeah, that one still gets me. Like,
Redacted.
I think. Sorry, this is just
Ryan.
one quick thing.
What?
I think.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Say it again.
No.
What did you say about Berenstein?
Fuck yourself. That's what I said.
I'm gonna hear
Listen
it
to
later
it.
when I edit it.
I
Yeah.
completely missed it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
I caught it.
John caught
Jason will catch it in editing.
it. Will he get it though?
All right, well,
He'll
I'm
get
just
it.
gonna cut my tangent off there at the.
Oh, Victor,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut your tangent off. Have fun,
No, because
everybody.
then it's just gonna go into further conversation.
What was it?
What? Have fun, everybody.
Okay.